Diane in Denmark here, rah, rah, rah. It is Monday morning, another beautiful sunny summer's day in Denmark. I'm just back from a swim with Vibeke, and it was a wee bit breezy going down there. Let me just take off my, my jacket. But we're going to get up to 25 degrees Celsius again today, so it's going to be a hot one. Anyway, I wanted to check in with you. Hold on, let me just put my pom-poms down, put my jacket down. I wanted to check in with you for two things today. Usually on a Monday morning I'll be saying, hooray, you start of a new week, start of a new Flylady Zone. This week for me is one of the busiest weeks in the year. And I know a lot of you, when things are busy, or perhaps you've lost a loved one, or you are ill. I mean, I've seen the comments recently on YouTube and Instagram. We're all going through different things at different times of the year. And whatever your circumstances, sometimes, you know, you're not sure what to focus on, whether to do the zone cleaning or just, you know, leave the whole house to go to pot. So I wanted to check in with you just for a few ideas about that today, because I've got happy circumstances this week. It's not nothing dreadful is going on, but it's my birthday tomorrow, which is always a fantastic time. And Vibeke and Helena, I know they're kind of organising a little birthday breakfast for me when we have our skinny dip down at sea. And yes, skinny dipping means naked swimming in the sea all year round. I've done videos about it. Actually, I just grabbed my the birthday hat because we have a little tradition, the three of us. When we go for a skinny dip on our birthdays, and Vibeke's birthday is in February, and so is Helena's. Whoever has a birthday has to wear the birthday hat and nothing else, of course, when they swim. So I'm packing the birthday hat for tomorrow, and I know they're planning a nice breakfast for us. Anyway, it's my birthday this week. That's always, you know, exciting. It's also the end of term for the kids. They've got their last exams. Everybody is going to graduation parties. There's a lot happening. And also yesterday for us in Denmark was the Midsummer celebrations, which is called St. John's Eve. And we had a fantastic time last night, and I want to show you some footage of that. I'll put it on at the end of the video. That's the other reason I wanted to check in with you today, because it's just such a lovely tradition. There's a little witch on the top of the bonfire, and we send the witches off down to Germany, and I think they send them back to us, and then we send them back next year. So anyway, I'll put that on at the end of the video. But for routines, zone cleaning, all of that, what do you do when you've got one of those weeks that's just super busy, or as I say, you know, you've maybe been, you know, knocked over sideways because something has happened, or you know, there's been illness? Well, I'll tell you how I do it. This week we are in zone, under 3-4-5, zone 5 for Flylady. Now, this is the living room. This week for me, I'm not going to bother with detail cleaning. I'm not going to do zone cleaning. I'm consistent with my Flylady routines and habits. Missing it 1 month is not going to make any difference. But I tell you what I am going to be consistent with, as usual. I'm still consistent with my morning and evening routines. I've mentioned this before. When I've had really stressful periods, you know, when a father died, you know, you have this grief, but you know, you'd have to move forward. And I find my routines very soothing, because you just, you know, just plod through it, and one thing takes you to the next. And you know, you've got to get the laundry done. You've got to think about, you know, what you're having for dinner. You've got to feed yourself, make sure that you're getting to bed and getting sleep. So I'm going to keep going with my routines, even though things are crazy busy. And because of my birthday, I like to go, woo! But I also need that structure. I need that structure that's there, that kind of safety net. So I'm keeping going with my morning routine and my evening routine. And I'll be doing my weekly home blessinger. I've got my little cleaning caddy. You've seen this before, my wee cleaning caddy. And most of my weekly home blessing hour will be in this area, because the weekly home blessing hour is the high traffic areas of your house. I got a question about this on YouTube the other day. A lady said when she saw a video where I'm dusting, you know, dusting for 10 minutes, oh, she thought she had to do the whole house. No, just the high traffic areas. Now that'll be different from your house to my house, but in our house, the high traffic area is the living room. As you can see here, this is where we congregate in the evening, you know, and have our cup of tea. Not the dining room, that's not a high traffic area for us. One of my other high traffic areas is the kitchen. We eat at the kitchen table. We don't eat in here, we eat in there. And the hall and the downstairs guest bathroom, the bathroom that's here on the ground level. Those are my high traffic areas for weekly home blessing hour. So I will be doing that. And the other thing which I'm really good at, but maybe if you're not being so consistent with it, is the self-care thing, especially if you are ill or you have, you know, chronic illness, you know, if you've got small kids, please make sure that you're getting some time for yourself. I'm very good about that. Even if things are, if I feel like I'm getting a bit overwhelmed with things, I stick to my skinny dipping with Vibeke and Helena. That's time with my besties. And, you know, we'll fit it in at breakfast time or at lunchtime, just to make sure that we're fitting it in. And the other thing is this thing of daily exercise, which I've been, go me, where's my pom-poms? Get myself a pom-pom shake, which I've been going strong with since November. Even if I'm not feeling like it, like at the weekend, it was really hot, but I thought, you know what, I can go out and I can do my run. I set the timer on my phone for 7 minutes. I get my running gear on, I'm out the door, and when the timer goes off, I head back home. So it's just 15 minutes. And people also have asked a lot about when I'm doing that kind of exercise, do I shower, do I not shower? Depends on the day. This weekend it was really hot, so I did a quick top and tail shower, as we call it in our house, which is just, you know, I used the hose shower. I didn't go washing my hair, but, you know, I kind of washed my face, my body, and then I quickly got my clothes back on. So if you, that for me is also kind of self-care, just doing a little thing for me. Only, you know, it doesn't need to take more than 10 or 15 minutes, or, you know, grab a book from your library basket or your pamper basket. Just sit up with your feet up, eyes closed for 5 or 10 minutes. Even better, sit outside in the garden. Just make sure that you're getting time for you, because all the times that I've been answering questions at people who are overwhelmed with things, they are not being consistent with the self-care. And I know I can stand here until I'm blue in the face telling you, you must get some self-care in. But honestly, and unless you do that, unless you're taking that time to recharge your batteries, you're always going to be kind of feeling tired and drained and angry at the family for not helping. And, you know, it doesn't have to be like that. And you've got to think about that. Are you making the rest of the family not want to help because you're kind of shouting and, oh, no, nobody ever helps me? That's how I used to be, but it's not been like that for years, because I take care of myself and I ask for help. You've also got to ask for help. You know, just say, you know, I could really do it with some help here. It's a busy week. You know, delegate, and also keep it simple, sweetie. Make it really simple. If you've got a big week coming up with graduations, I don't know, birthday parties, you're planning a wedding, keep it simple. Keep the menu planning simple, but make sure that you've actually planned your menus, and just keep things on an even keel. But you don't need to worry about the detailed things, the detail zone cleaning. As I said to you, and I won't be bothering with that this week, I'm just going to do a weekly home blessing hour, and I'm going to leave it at that and enjoy the rest of the week. So anyway, on that note, I'll say goodbye here, and then I'll run the wee video from St. John's Eve, Sankt Hans Aften last night, and it always brings a tear to the eye when we sing the Midsummer hymn. But anyway, I shall run the video. So all I've got left to say is, rah, go us. Live long and prosper. May the Danish hygge be with you. Hope you've got great weather. I won't be checking in with you tomorrow on my birthday, but I'll probably see you. I'll suddenly pop up. You never know. Surprise, surprise. Anyway, let me run that video, and have a fantastic week. Okay, bye for now.
Oh,